What is up, guys? Dirk here. A quick warning video because I am seeing some divergences here in the Bitcoin chart that could potentially lead to a short-term sell-off or maybe a larger sell-off than most people are thinking. So let's dive here into the chart. This is a 4-hourly chart of Bitcoin. And as you can see, the pattern is very simple. It happened here in August last year when we had this grind up to 25,000. You can see we had these 3 wicks to the upside, but a negative divergence. The RSI was not confirming it, and of course that is when we went from 25,000 and basically down to 18,000 and eventually down to 15,000. Real quick before we continue the content, if you are looking to trade crypto, whether it be spot trading or futures and leverage trading, personally I use Bybit Exchange. I think they're a really good exchange for those purposes, and currently they have a campaign going on where you can get up to $30,000 in deposit bonus. Obviously terms and conditions apply, but if you sign up through my link, the first link in the description down below, you will be eligible for maximum bonuses on deposits, and you will be able to participate in my own trading competitions that I will be holding every single month as much as possible. So click the link in the description down below, create your account, and you'll be able to get started trading with the maximum upside in bonuses. Now, we had the same setup over here. You can see these 3 thrusts distribution. You can argue that's Wyckoff distribution. You can go into the details of that if you study a Wyckoff, of course. But you can see 3 thrusts to the upside, but the RSI does not confirm it. And then we had, obviously, that was when FTX happened, and it collapsed and it went from 21,000 to 15,000. We are seeing a similar thing here where we actually have, if you don't count this wick, we are now here with 3 thrusts to the upside. 1, 2, 3, and we have a bearish divergence. The RSI is not confirming it. Now, it is not a 100% guaranteed thing. I guess if something happens, someone steps in, puts a lot of money into this market, we could push higher. But more often than not, this pattern resolves in at least a pullback, if not a complete drop. Now we have to see, is that going to happen? There's obviously multiple options here. I would like to see if it does drop and we get a pullback, we take out these range lows. If we can get it back above, that would be fantastic for continuation. But of course, we also run the risk that if it does drop here and it does not get back above, so let's say it retests the line over here, we could be looking at this, or in a worst case, a complete drop. You can see here, this is going back over the last 7 or 8 months. And I guess technically even this whole little fake out scam pump here, we also had the negative divergence that you can see over here. So it does happen when you see these 4-hour divergences. It is something to pay attention to. And if you had to measure it statistically, how many times when this pattern shows up that it does indeed drop, I think the odds are going to favor that it is pretty high that it does follow some sort of pullback. The question is just going to be, is it just going to be a shallow pullback that takes out the range lows and then continues higher, which is a possibility because I do think the medium-term trend has flipped bullish because it reclaimed that 3-day 50 moving average. But that is something we have to keep an eye on and can't make an assumption for. So we will have to wait and see if it pulls back. Does it reclaim the range low and continue higher, or does it fail to reclaim the range that it broke and does it continue lower? And then obviously the next logical target would be to take out the lows over here. So we'll see, does it then, if it continues here, take out these lows and reclaim that and continue higher, or does it break below there and continue to retrace this entire move, which obviously would be pretty bearish. So I wanted to bring this to your attention. Factor this into whatever investment strategy you have. If you are in profits on coins that you bought below 20K or below 17K or 16K, altcoins especially, you have to consider the possibilities. How would you feel if the market does drop, or if it does retrace this whole move up? Do you take profits? Do you not? Obviously, you need to make your own decisions, but I want to bring this to your attention because in the past, this pattern has led to major sell-offs. This time, maybe we get a smaller pullback, but the possibility for a larger sell-off is also there. So please be careful. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Smash the like button. Leave a comment with your thoughts if you have any questions. feel free to leave them in a comment down below. I will see you in the next video.